Are you reading an English book? Yes. Okay, do you read English books every day? I used to, but nowadays, due to some time constraints, I don't get enough time to read books. However, I always try to find some time to read at least one page of a book whenever I can. That's great. Which book are you reading now? This is 3000 Stitches, authored by Sudhamurthy ma'am. 3000 Stitches. Okay. How is it? I absolutely love this book. The one thing I love most about this book is that it is written in simple English. It is indeed a beginner-friendly book. What is this book about? This book is a collection of 11 stories based on the real-life experiences of Sudhamurthy ma'am. You know what? Each story carries a valuable message. It is such an amazing book as well as very inspiring. Once you go through this book, then you feel so inspired. Okay, then I would love to buy this book very soon. Good decision, go for it. Okay, but let me ask you one question. Will reading English books improve our English communication skills? If I could tell you something from my personal experience, then I would say that reading alone cannot improve our English communication skills. But of course, it can expand our vocabulary, but it gives only a limited improvement. In order to improve our English communication skills, then we have to strategically use our reading habit. I'm sorry, what do you mean by that? I didn't get you. That means, okay, I will explain it to you. See, when we read an English book, what happens is that we will come across a lot of new words and phrases, right? Along with that, we will also learn the context in which those words and phrases are to be used in sentences. So, as we constantly read these English books, our brain will automatically absorb the sentence construction patterns, grammar rules, and a lot of other stuff. But the thing is, reading is just a passive activity. Passive activity in the sense, we are only consuming information. We are only receiving information. Just accumulating theoretical knowledge, that's all. But none of this knowledge will come to our mind when we speak English. So we have to intentionally turn our reading habit into an active practice. How? You have to combine your reading habit with active speaking practice. While you read an English book, you try reading it aloud. Then your mouth muscles get activated and your tongue gets practiced to pronounce English words. But the problem here is that even if you read aloud, you may not be aware of the correct pronunciation of all the new words you come across. Because some letters will be silent in some words, right? For example, let's take a word island. Okay? S is silent there and it is supposed to be pronounced island. S is silent there. But a person seeing that word for the first time may not be aware of that. So he is likely to pronounce it with S sound. Something like Island or something. So if not corrected in the beginning, we will continue ahead with the same mistake. So to avoid that, we have to combine our reading habit with a little bit of research too. What kind of research? By saying research, what I mean is that while reading, the moment you come across a new English word, you go and search for its correct meaning and correct pronunciation then and there itself. Also, practice pronouncing the same word multiple times. Then, as I said before, your mouth muscles and tongue get practiced to pronounce that word. Also, do a short research on the meaning of that one particular word and look for its example sentences and understand the context in which that word is to be used in a sentence. And note them down in your notebook. If you do all these things along with reading, then everything you learn will get registered into your brain. And you will be able to make use of almost all of them when you speak English. Is that what you follow while reading? Yes, this is what I do. I'm telling this from my personal experience. Whenever I come across a new word, a phrase, or anything related to grammar that is new to me, then I look for its meaning, its pronunciation, and also clarify my grammar doubts. In addition to that, I practice pronouncing the words. Also, after having finished my reading, I always try to explain everything that I have read in the book in my own words. Also, I try creating sentences on my own by incorporating all the words, phrases, and all the other things that I have learned in that day. So, this kind of reading practice, combined with correcting my mistakes and active speaking practice, has tenfold helped me improve my English communication skills. So, reading alone cannot help us. Rather than just going through the pages of your book, you make it into an active practice. Let your mouth, hands, ChatGPT, Google, everything participate with you when you read. Then the progress will definitely reflect on your English communication skills. I can't thank you enough for passing this information on to me. Thanks, dear. So from today on, I will change my passive reading habit into an active reading habit. I appreciate that.